Okay, now let's have a look at how we can make our application work together from end to end. We'll think about the customer journey. It's e-commerce, so we want to see what the experience is, what the journey is for purchasing a product. Choose high definition for the best viewing experience, and if you'd like to join a growing group of software developers and take your skills to a new level, all you need to do is subscribe, click the little notification icon, and welcome. And so the best way to do that is to simply just go and find an existing e-commerce site or a couple of e-commerce sites and just make that journey yourself, and then you can make the notes, figure out what your requirements are, and that will drive what you actually build, what your entities will be, what database tables you need, what pages you need, etc. So we'll start probably the biggest, Amazon. Here I'm not signed in. I'm just going to go and look for some products and see if I can actually put stuff in a basket and buy it. So we'll just go for, I've got a bit of a thing for electric drum kits at the moment. I'm thinking of buying one so I can combine a bit of research with actually teaching this stuff. So here's a bunch here. We'll go and stick the first one we see into the basket if we can. Add to basket. In fact, we'll click buy now. Okay, and so it takes me to this page. It's saying I've got to sign in. Let's just go back. We'll add to the basket, see if it's any different here. We've added that to the basket. It says I've got 2 items in the basket now. Let's proceed to checkout. And again, you've got to be signed in to buy stuff on Amazon by the looks of it. eBay, however, I recall having made purchases as a guest in the past. So let's see what this experience is like. Again, just going to do the same thing. Click on something, and I'm going to choose buy it now. Okay, so this is what we're looking at. Sign in for checkout or checkout as a guest. And so it looks like I can just put in my details and then choose a payment option. Let's just take you one step further. Obviously, I'm not going to buy this. Okay, so it looks like I can put my details in, put my card details in, and then I can buy that as a guest without actually needing to have an account. Okay, so a bit of food for thought there. Now let's actually go back and sort of work through that again. Look at the steps we took, look at the pages that we're looking at. So one consideration is, I mean, eBay, Amazon, they're obviously general stores. You can buy literally anything on there. I think what will be better for us if we have something more focused, and maybe I can just combine this with my new electric drum kit research and just have something which specializes in something like that. And so initially you'll have a products page. Let's scroll all the way to the bottom of this because there's something I want to check out here. Okay, they've obviously got hundreds and hundreds of these things, and so if you get to the bottom, we have pagination. So thinking about this, we'll have a products page and we'll decide that we're going to show so many per page, and then we can paginate onto the next page. And then what you do is you click on something you're interested in, and that will take you to a specific product page just for that one single item. And then you have a few options here. Obviously we're not going to get into all this stuff that eBay has, but we want to be able to either, I think both these options will be good for our site, either buy it straight away or add to a basket so that you can go and look for other items. In fact, we'll do that because that's something I'd like to do. So we'll add that to the basket, and then we'll go and look at something else. So go back to drum kits, and we'll pick another one. We'll pick something drum related. This will do. We'll just stick this in here, and then we'll add that to the basket. Okay, and then we'll actually go and look at our basket. So we've got 2 items in there, and then it's saying go to checkout. And so I think if you're adding items to the basket, if you're adding multiple items to the basket, then you need to have an account. So it's a good little exercise that we did that. If we actually remove this, we'll go to checkout again. Okay, and so yeah, it looks like if you've only got 1 item, you can actually make that transaction as a guest. So something we might incorporate into ours. Nice little idea there. and then we shall continue as guests. So because the whole point of this bit is just to do the entire customer journey. Then we have a checkout page where you can put in your delivery address, your postal address, and enter your payment details. It's got a thing about vouchers there. That might be quite a good little feature if we have time. We're looking to do the main basics really, and then hit a confirm and pay. And so obviously I'm not going to do that now, otherwise I'll end up with a junior drum kit that I don't really want. But confirm and pay, you also need to think about what would happen there. You'd need to send a confirmation email. You'd need to take the payment, make that transaction. So we're going to need to use a third-party payment service to do that. And then obviously you'll show an order confirmation page. So I think we've got all our steps there. We can now go away, start, we'll list down those steps, and then we can start figuring out our requirements, database tables, pages, etc. So here are those steps broken down. No need to go into minute detail at this stage. We just need to know basically what our pages are, what our tables are going to be, kind of thing. And so they are view multiple products page. So that was the page with more than one product on. Then we wanted to click on the product we like, which would take us to an individual products page where we can decide to either add the item to the basket or to buy it now. And then we want to look at the basket, review the items in the basket, then proceed to checkout, and at that stage we'll enter a delivery address, we'll enter card details, we'll complete the payment using whatever payment service we decide to use, and then on completion we want to send a confirmation email and we want to show an order confirmation page. So just having to think about that in a moment, we're going to need entity-wise, we're going to need products, we're going to need things like a basket. So thinking about what we did with sessions there, because we want to be able to navigate from page to page and maybe put different items in the basket. The way that we'll record that is using the session. Okay, then we want to proceed to checkout, enter a delivery address. So we're going to need to keep a record of the order, and so attached to that will be things like delivery addresses, so we're definitely going to need like an orders table. Then we want to enter card details. We don't want to be storing card details on our own site, so this is why it's going to be in our own database. That's just messy. So what we want to do is use a third-party service which will handle all that. So when we actually go and take payment, what you tend to do is you get redirected to a page that the third-party service has created, and the user enters their details there. And then once we've done that, we've completed payment, we need to fire off a confirmation email. So we're going to need to think about creating a mailers or using some kind of PHP mailer package which already exists, and then we want to show an order confirmation page. Okay, so in the next recording what we'll do is we'll start thinking about these things and we'll decide what is the best order to create them in. If you've enjoyed this video and you'd like YouTube to show you more of my content, all you need to do is subscribe and click the little notification icon. I release new recordings every few days. Details of my schedule can be found on the community tab of my YouTube channel homepage.